What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the key ways to make performance fabric more comfortable. Imagine this. You have a great sweat-wicking performance fabric that's highly durable and it just takes color beautifully. But you want to create a bit more of a softer hand touch, hand feel. You want to have something that just feels a little bit more warm. Something that you can feel a little bit cozier in. This beautiful merging of performance and comfort is what we're going to be discussing today. Look at fabrics as cars. You can have a car in a variety of different configurations, right? You can have your base level car and then you can add different things onto it. You can add cosmetics, you can add performance upgrades, and that's exactly what you can do with fabrics. Specifically in this case, we'll be looking at key finishes, both chemical and mechanical, that you can apply onto fabrics that can change the hand feel, make them feel more plush, make them feel more warm, more like cotton. Ultimately, this episode is going to teach you how to get the maximum amount of your fabric and to create those fabrics that you've seen in your favorite brands, those fabrics that just feel like lotion and ultimately perform like they are meant for the gym. What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. Our goal here is to ultimately create a fabric that has its performance aspects, but is going to give you a little bit more of a comfortable hand touch and hand feel. And the first way that we can actually apply that, and you've typically seen this, especially when it comes to cottons, is in mercerizing these items. So mercerization is our first chemical treatment that we can actually use to apply. It's a wash that we can apply directly onto the fabric, whether it's in the fiber stage or in the fabric stage. And ultimately what it does is it helps to increase smoothness, luster, and ultimately absorbability of the fabric. So you're getting a lot of hand touch benefits, but you're also adding performance benefits to it. This treatment is typically done by either using the yarns or the fabrics and immersing them into a chemical solution that ultimately mercerizes them. You can definitely tell the difference between a mercerized item and a non-mercerized item, especially when it comes to cotton. If you have a cotton spandex blend, this is a very, very popular sportswear kind of fabric. By applying a mercerized finish, you're going to feel this silky, cool to the touch fabric. And ultimately, it's just going to feel cool on your skin. It's going to make you feel a lot more comfortable. You're going to get a lot of use out of it. And ultimately, it's going to be a fabric that you're going to go for time and time again without even realizing. The next treatment on our list, or the next finish on our list, is also a chemical one. This is what is known as a silicone wash. Again, this is a great option, especially for a cotton blend. Why specifically cotton? Well, unlike polyester, cotton itself is quite a little bit of a flimsy fabric. It's a natural fiber, and over time it does tend to wear out. It does tend to pill. So what a silicone wash will do is ultimately it's going to apply this silky, smooth texture, and it's going to add a protective and insulating finish onto the outer edge of the fabric. This is a chemical wash, but it is a permanent wash nonetheless. And a good example of this type of garment is going to be the Outfleet Performance t-shirt. These are cotton spandex blends, but they're all silicone washed, and this is going to affect the hand feel, the actual performance aspect of it. It's going to feel a lot more cool to the touch, and it's going to also affect the drape of the fabric. It just ends up adding a little bit more weight onto the garment, and it just ends up allowing the fabric to drape in a more structured sense. So it just gives the fabric a lot more structure and dimension to it. The third process that I would definitely recommend if you're trying to get a softer finish, this is what is known as softening. So it's a chemical process. Again, it is a permanent process. And when I mention permanent, I'm typically implying that this type of finish is embedded into the DNA of the fabric. It's not going to wash out over time. Typically, when you add finishes to fabrics, whether it's a hydrogen peroxide wash or any other types of aesthetic, functional finishes, you can have either a permanent, a semi-permanent, or a timed finish. Something that is rated for 50 finishes or 50 wash cycles is now going to be a permanent finish. Here, when we apply a softening finish, it's what's considered as a permanent finish. And what the softening finish or chemical treatment is going to do is it's going to create a sleek and incredibly smooth surface on the fabric, and it's just going to increase the hand feel. It's going to make the garment feel a lot more comfortable, very suitable for t-shirts and leggings alike, but we typically tend to see it on outer tops. Next up, we're going to move into the category of mechanical finishes. When we're comparing and contrasting chemical versus mechanical finishes, whereas with chemical finishes, we're applying a chemical wash to the yarns of the fibers. Here, we're going to be applying a physical finish to the fibers or the fabrics that we're actually seeing in the finished garment. The first finish that we're going to be discussing is going to be either or that of napping and brushing. The way this finish works is quite similar to the pilling effect that we see on most garments. We've done a separate video in the past where we've actually gone through the pilling effect, what causes pilling, but know that this is controlled and facilitated pilling. You run a rake across the surface of the fabric, and what that does is it agitates the fibers, it causes them to roll to the surface, creating this nap. This nap is great at trapping warmth in, and at the same time it just has a very plush and soft hand feel. If you've owned a hoodie, you'll notice that on the outside of the garment it's knitted, but on the inside it has this fleece-like fabric. Ultimately, it's the same fabric, except on the outside it's unfinished and on the inside it's napped and brushed. This is a great option for outerwear. It adds plushness, it adds thickness, it adds comfort, it adds warmth, and I can't recommend it enough. And last but not least, if you want something that can provide a similar experience to what you have with the napping and the brushing, but not as intense and a lot more consistent, I would definitely recommend what we call as peaching. A peach finish is extremely similar to napping and brushing. It's a series of rakes that runs across the surface of the fabric, agitates the fibers, causes this sort of fuzzy appearance. If you notice, it's called peaching. If you ever touched a peach before, you have these very, very small hairs, and that's exactly what you're going to feel. Where is this popular? Well, it's extremely popular on nylon and polyester. If you've ever seen a pair of leggings that have a matte appearance, that are not as slick, and ultimately that have a bit of a cotton-like feel to them, but they're still performance and they're still made out of synthetic fibers, this is peaching. A lot of very, very famous leggings that you see on the market use this effect, and it's a great way to bring a lot more comfort and softness to a performance-based item. There is a drawback, unfortunately, when it comes to peaching specifically, especially since we're applying this type of finish to performance-based fabrics. You want these fabrics to perform both on the durability sense and in the sweat wicking sense. By peaching the fabric, unfortunately, we do sort of increase its absorbency, right? We increase the surface area, it absorbs liquids much more readily, so it's going to wick sweat away, or its sweat wicking capabilities are going to be slightly reduced, and in general, the durability of a peach fabric is going to be less than that of a truly slick fabric. So if you're trying to use a peach fabric for a pair of leggings, I definitely recommend a legging that is medium to low support, and ultimately a legging that's meant to be used in a bit more of a casual sense, whether it's a yoga legging or it's sort of a lounge legging, versus something that you want as a compression legging, as a running tight. So bear that in mind, know what the end use is of these garments, and apply your finishes appropriately. Well guys, that is it. That is a wrap on this episode. To recap quickly, we looked at the key ways to actually make performance fabric more comfortable and ultimately much more usable on a day-to-day basis. We looked at chemical finishes and mechanical finishes, and we realized the difference between both is with chemical finishes, you're actually applying some sort of chemical compound to alter the way that this fabric performs, versus a mechanical finish, you're interacting with the physical density, the physical performance of these fabrics. The key ways that we looked at were mercerizing or applying a silicone wash, which is a great option to use on cotton spandex items. We looked at softening the fabric, we looked at peaching the fabric, and finally we looked at napping or brushing the fabric. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode and hopefully you learned a thing or two. We've done a ton of different episodes in the past on all things fabrics, fibers, so if you want to check out, we have dedicated playlists on our channel that I highly recommend you check it out. Also, check the link in the description. I offer one-on-one consultation calls every single week. So if you have questions on which fabrics to use, which finishes to use in specific use case scenarios, I can definitely help you out with that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.